Yeah, they are nice.
Hello and welcome. Have you ever wondered why you can read English perfectly but freeze when it's time to speak? You understand grammar? You know thousands of words, but when you try to talk, the words just don't come out naturally. What if I told you there's a technique that can fix this problem? A technique used by professional interpreters and language experts around the world. Today I'm going to share with you the shadowing method, and I promise by the end of this session, you'll understand exactly how to use it to transform your speaking skills. My friend, let me ask you something. When you were a baby, how did you learn your first language? Did you study grammar books? Did you memorize vocabulary lists? Of course not. You listened to people around you and you tried to copy them. You repeated sounds, words, and sentences until they became natural. Shadowing works on the same principle, but it's designed specifically for adults learning a new language. Let me explain what shadowing actually is. Imagine you're walking outside on a sunny day. You have a shadow that follows you everywhere, copying every move you make. Shadowing in language learning is similar. You listen to English audio and you speak along with it at the same time, trying to be the shadow of that voice. You match the speed, the rhythm, the pronunciation, everything. You become one with the speaker. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds simple, maybe too simple. But here's the truth, my friend. The most powerful techniques are often the simplest ones. Shadowing is simple to understand, but it's incredibly powerful when you practice it correctly. Let me tell you why this technique works so well. First, shadowing trains your mouth muscles. Yes, you heard that right. Speaking English uses different muscles than speaking your native language. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw, they all need to move in new ways. When you shadow a native speaker, you're training these muscles to move correctly. It's like going to the gym, but for your speaking ability. Second, shadowing improves your pronunciation automatically. You don't need to study phonetics or worry about complicated rules. You just listen and copy. Your brain naturally starts to recognize the correct sounds, and your mouth learns to produce them. It's learning through imitation, just like when you were a child. Third, shadowing teaches you the music of English. Every language has its own melody, its own rhythm. English has stress patterns, intonation changes, and natural flow. These things are almost impossible to learn from textbooks, but shadowing makes them natural. You absorb them without even thinking about it. Fourth, shadowing builds your confidence. When you can speak along with a native speaker without stopping, without struggling, you feel powerful. You realize that yes, you can speak English fluently. This confidence is gold, my friend. Confidence is often the only thing standing between you and fluent English. Now, let me share with you the exact steps to start shadowing today. You don't need expensive materials or special equipment. You just need a device to play audio and your voice. That's it. Step 1. Choose the right material. This is crucial. Don't choose something too difficult. If you're a beginner, choose audio where the speaker talks slowly and clearly, maybe a podcast for English learners or a simple story. If you're intermediate, you can use news reports or interviews. Advanced learners can try movies, TV shows, or even fast-paced conversations. The key is this: you should understand at least 70% of what you hear. If you understand less, the material is too difficult. If you understand everything easily, it's too easy. Step 2. Listen without speaking first. Just listen to a short section, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. Don't try to repeat yet. Just listen and try to understand the general meaning. Get familiar with the content, the voice, the speed. This is your warm-up. Step 3. Now start shadowing. Play the same section again, but this time, speak along with the speaker. Don't pause the audio. Speak at the same time as the speaker, like you're their echo. Try to match everything: the words, the speed, the tone, the emotion. If you miss some words, don't stop. Keep going. The goal is not perfection. The goal is practice. Step 4. Repeat the same section multiple times. This is where the magic happens. The first time you shadow, you might catch 50%. The second time, maybe 60%. The third time, 70%. Each repetition makes you better. Don't move to a new section until you feel comfortable with the current one. Step 5. Gradually increase the length. Start with short sentences, maybe 10 to 15 seconds when you feel confident. Move to 30 seconds, then 1 minute, then longer. Build your stamina slowly. It's like running. You don't start with a marathon. You start with short distances. Step 6. Record yourself. Most people hate hearing their own voice, but trust me, this step is incredibly valuable. Record yourself shadowing, then compare it with the original audio. You'll hear the differences clearly. Maybe you're speaking too fast or too slow. Maybe you're not stressing the right words. This feedback is pure gold. Step 7. Practice regularly. Here's the truth, my friend. 15 minutes of shadowing every day is better than 2 hours once a week. Consistency beats intensity. Make shadowing part of your daily routine. Maybe while you're cooking, or during your commute, or before bed. Just 15 minutes a day. That's all you need. Let me give you some practical tips to make your shadowing practice more effective. First, focus on sounds, not spelling. English spelling is crazy. We all know that the word enough doesn't sound like it looks. So, forget about spelling when you shadow. Just focus on the sounds you hear. Train your ears and your mouth, not your eyes. Second, don't worry about understanding every word at first. Yes, understanding is important, but when you're shadowing, the priority is copying the sounds and rhythm. You can look up unknown words later. If you stop every time you hear a new word, you'll break the flow. And flow is what we're trying to build. Third, use your body. I'm serious. When native speakers talk, they use their whole body. They move their hands. They change their facial expressions. They use energy. When you shadow, try to copy this too. It might feel silly at first, but it helps you connect with the emotion and natural expression of English. Fourth, vary your materials. Don't shadow the same podcast episode 100 times. Use different sources. Try news. Try stories. Try conversations. Try interviews. You can do this. I believe in you. Start today, practice tomorrow, improve forever. Thank you for being here. English with Raskof. Now go shadow and watch your English come alive.